Friday, January 19th. The Finnish army has defeated the Soviets surrounded to the north of Lake Ladoga. In the final 8 days of the battle, more than 18,000 Russian soldiers have perished. However, in the Salla area, the Finnish forces have failed in their counteroffensive against the Red Army. Meanwhile, the German Secret Service has presented the Nazi leader with Allied plans to invade Norway and Sweden. Hitler, convinced the British will not wait too long before attempting a peaceful occupation of Norway, has ordered his subordinates to prepare the plan for the conquest of the two countries as a matter of urgency. In response, Raeder hands Hitler a memorandum in which the General Staff of the Kriegsmarine advises the use of combined land, sea, and air forces with a view to gaining the element of surprise and capturing the objectives simultaneously. In the Sea War, with the blockade of the Gulf of Bothnia in the north of the Baltic over, the Russian submarines returned to their ports. In the Battle of the Atlantic, U-55, commanded by Werner Heydel, sinks the Norwegian cargo ship Telnus. Harold Gerst's U-59 sinks the French ship Quiberon, and U-9, captained by Wolfgang Luth, sends the Swedish merchantman Patria to the bottom of the ocean. The British destroyer HMS Greenville is sunk in front of the Thames estuary after hitting a mine laid by the Germans. Saturday, January 20th. While Soviet planes bombed the Finnish cities of Turku and Hanko, the Red Army General Staff orders a withdrawal in the country with a view to regroup its forces for a counteroffensive aimed at gaining the final victory. The Finns place their hopes on an early thaw, which will give them greater mobility, while the Soviets, on the contrary, intend to cross the Mannerheim Line before the thaw sets in. According to forecasts, it will be delayed. A record number of orders have been received for the Volkswagen car built by Ferdinand Porsche, which Hitler said looked like a Beetle. But those that have paid in full do not receive the vehicle, as the factory is dedicating production to the needs of the army. From London, Winston Churchill broadcasts a speech on the radio to the whole of Europe. With great political skill, he tries to convince all neutral countries to unite their forces to those of the Allies to fight against Nazi terror.
If we are conquered, all will be enslaved.
In the Sea War, U-34, commanded by Wilhelm Rohlmann, lays a mine which sinks the British merchantman Caroni River, while Ludwig Mathis's U-44 torpedoes and sinks the cargo ship Ekatekarkos, Draculis, and Klauth Korth's U-57 sinks the Norwegian ship Miranda. Sunday, January 21st. In the Winter War, Finnish Blindhelm bombers attacked the outskirts of Leningrad, while the Soviet planes bombed the city of Oulu, where some of the Finnish fighter squadrons are based. In Berlin, production begins of one of the most significant films made during the Third Reich. Das Wunschkonzert, Request Concert, is to begin shooting in July and features the actress Ilse Werner, famous for her ability to whistle popular songs. Based on one of the most famous radio programs of the period, and partly set during the Olympic Games of 1936, it provides Goebbels with a great propaganda opportunity.
Es gäbe keine Möglichkeit, die Juden aus dem Kunst- und Kulturleben zu beseitigen, weil deren zu viele seien und wir die leeren Plätze nicht meldeten.
In the Sea War, the British cruiser Liverpool stops the Japanese merchant ship Asama Maru 30 miles off the coast of Japan as it is returning from San Francisco. After searching it, 21 German passengers are detained, members of the German Navy and crew from the merchantman Columbus, which was sunk in December by the Royal Navy destroyer Hyperion. The action leads to a diplomatic incident between the two countries. Monday, January 22nd. Pius XII denounces Nazi crimes against the Polish people on the Vatican radio. In the Winter War, the Red Army, following the orders of Stavka, the Armed Forces General Staff, withdraws from the area of Stala to its initial positions on the Isthmus of Karelia. The Soviets have lost 85,000 soldiers as a result of strategic errors committed during the invasion of Finland. The Finnish government announces that all the volunteers that have arrived from other countries to fight against the Soviets will be assigned to a unit named the Foreign Legion. In the Sea War, the Admiralty admits to the loss of the E-type HMS Exmouth in the North Sea, sunk by a torpedo fired from Karl Heinrich Genesis U-22. Its 189 crew members are killed. U-25, commanded by Victor Schulze, sinks the merchant ship Songa. Werner Heidel's U-55 sinks the Segovia, and U-61, captained by Jürgen Osten, sinks the Sidfold, all Norwegian in nationality. Dietrich Nor's U-51, meanwhile, sends the Swedish Gothia to the bottom of the ocean. Tuesday, January 23rd. The composer, pianist, and diplomat Ignaz Paderewski is named Prime Minister of the Polish government in exile in London. In the Soviet-Finnish War, air fights continue between Gladiator planes flown by Swedish pilots and the Soviet Pakalaparov I-15s. While it prepares for a large-scale counteroffensive, the Red Army struggles to maintain some of the positions gained on the left flank of the Mannerheim Line. In Poland, the chief of the General Staff of the German First Army, General Friedrich Mith, calls a meeting of his officers in which he tells them that the mass executions of citizens being carried out by the SS in the country in such savage manner stain the honor of our army. The sea war intensifies, and the German U-boats expand the areas they patrol. U-18, commanded by Ernst Mengersen, sinks the Norwegian merchantman Bisp, while U-19, captained by Joachim Schepke, sends the British ship Batanglia to the bottom of the ocean. And Werner Heldel's U-55 sinks the Swedish vessel Andalusia. First Lord of the Admiralty, Winston Churchill, believes the German submarines' expansion of their areas of activity is one of the greatest dangers of the war and warns the Kriegsmarine that the Royal Navy will attack any of its ships that sail into waters belonging to neutral countries in the Americas. Wednesday, January 24th. The British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain once again informs the Belgian government of his willingness to send troops to defend its borders with Germany. However, the Anglo-French General Staff, under the command of General Maurice Gamelin, is not prepared to modify its defensive plans, which are based on the approach taken in the Great War, even after seeing the impressive efficiency of the German armored divisions in Poland. France has the same number of tanks as the German army. But while the Germans have employed and improved some of the ideas of Charles de Gaulle developed in Vers l'armée de métier in 1934, in their invasion of Poland, the French still plan to disperse their tanks in small groups to provide support for the infantry. The French debate the virtues of Gamelin's strategy and, together with the British, analyze the possibility of making war on Russia, a move opposed by Norway and Sweden. Meanwhile, Hitler continues to rearm his forces. Hans Frank, the governor of German-occupied Poland, orders all Jews under his jurisdiction to present a full inventory of their goods and possessions to the SS Administrative and Economic Office. In the Sea War, U-23, commanded by Otto Kretschmer, sinks the Norwegian merchantman Verlig, and Ludwig Matthes's U-44 sinks the French ship Alsacien.